My never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. Osia dem yopo.
Listowel nana kusi poku ne poku okumkom akwaba na fe yentu ankomodie nso nana akwaba
enya
na mpom ti say
you ani mehefo
shiri nya
that's it
if yenye
enye and I call on the president to set up anesa na ban no ebeguntem
NDC
yes
abanyi
enye
so Mampeni John Dramani mama won tuni nanyensi we beguntem
set up na ban no ebegu before ye bedwen say aban no way
e dey nti na wo kasa ntini
me gina nema mienu so amen fa kunya we so na ahombrase mmenchi a etiefo ne ahwefo se me ba studio na nya na so se me ba mami hu na me nyanu ha the way empanifo bi frame me phone so said makoje parallel for ti mi da ho brase e pacho
so
me hwe na mayo na yesu mfo do so ye ni nyina me chew bibia
so
penu ba ko dem se ni bo afukurama so se me mpake ka kura na me fa moto se me hwe na traffic achimia so moto yi misro enti dedi kan abai we ye Ghana fo nyina ni da so da bia me de me ho ye mfato ho se me nyi NDC card da the first time NDC me timi share ni t-shirt etimi di pie ye sane ye timu ya Jomahama ben
2024
yes
okay
na me share NDC t-shirt da me dwen se NDC ye enamo ayenwe nti se me de me se pa be che de NC da and so you see swai me okun na 24 so do one so don wura ebi mo na the son say otofu bi betena yen so na oye ne ho kanka bi chim ni pansagu na chi ya su da ho no mo boye yem ma ni pedi emia samen ka sebi ordinary Ghanaians kra semwa na me de Mampeni Jomahama na nkasa kra na semu bu nsani ni
ye fato ho
se ne mu si di na ni wo man we mu as a former president to the extent say they say of all Nioma Jomahama be ye wo Ghana ha nyina sebi ye nya kro no bobia fa juso no say e basa nua edi company anim ba Ghana ban ho be making sure say Ghana beto airplane I friend Airbus enye Airbus ni sika edi ko tuama company no ene yesi Jomahama abomu kro no no omususu say ni nua ne commission na ono ye businessman na wadi ade ni mu ame me ye marketer na me meje me commission said na me ye Samsung for adverter omuna epia me commission Samsung na nyame dia I only take commission from the work done it is a me ko ba mo advert e wo XYZ na se ye ko to ni o ma na e fa so e da so no ni ati ni bi ni e dia ma na Poku e nyame dia yes say sika no e ye $5 million yesusu say Jomahama ni nua no akoche sika na dinti no ya hwehwe ne nsemu wo mo de me koma OSP say owura ye friend sen Matamidu
yeah
wo le nsemu ni mu fiko ne say e ho tan sabo Jomahama ye fa ni ko gina emranu ni mu asem ye fa ni ko tu afiase yes that is what they planned of Jomahama. Prior to that, baby, I know your Mampeni, what say? No, baby, vice president ti obey man penny so person otena wa omutumo right after say aba abemu a impo omoni mpanifo akosi nkonya ya mpanifo akuku dam te say krobia yefi asante kotoko hin bo bia mamu so edina no atumbi say sebi so man ni mbadwunti mu de mama ntena ho a omutumo de osafo mafokotena ho
wow
no mu de MPP de ye Ghana for no
vice president dino
yes
osafo mafo
they say enjenja Amadu Mahama because he is entitled to a building that or mine the bamano it's emphasized the padian mano aya the adanasi
and some command be before
mama no enti do Mahama na say aye di buoyan uhwe ya no chin hum no o kana asem o kana kosem say okọ han dan do Mahama that is how John Mahama was sincere and candid to his soul as a servant leader or kono sebi na o wi a o maisika na kasi we wi a maisika say we say ko mansions and try to table no so we see what to hotels we Dubai we na o kan o buy evidence of which no we ba ko everyone can for yom de Mahama just to mention but a few Shedi omudi ya Ghana for sebi say yade aba the worst case scenario is look ready we dey say yade aba covid aba obi aho che no obi aho kwa huhum sebi enuma akese ekura egu na timanuni sebi okontokro say omani sebi tiwiase say wono na sitlem yade aba oton ayento bibi asai yesi wono de yan san ko fa eto ye ko bi ewuo e matuna brabo so John Mahama was not elected as president to come and build whatever roads, markets, schools. And ya ne track record that will be him say no there it is said there sebi odi na nkwasi ni udi nantwi akoma na nkwasi ni so ntwa ne mene onim twa de da wakata na ni ko betima ate ne itoto is a present itoto akabineza so wa say you it is so tini you ho ye ko betimi ate nkwasi ni naduma no so wo so do Mahama infrastructure any track record he is the first to have got it right as president. The reason why America is because of two things, infrastructure and system. You can't build a system without infrastructure. I don't know Secrëts not failing.
Okay,
because they are forcing themselves to build a system where there is no infrastructure. That is why it has failed. We know how so buy so no. So Najuma as Minister of Education, we are making sure say double track you be here for no. And you know and Konfua said John Mahama Nyansani wama post as Education Minister. And the woman will be so scholarship secretariat. We now say we na be our supervising minister. But Sergeant will be adding every one of them is an authority.
Yeah.
Yeah. They only may report or account to their services or stewardship to you.
Sure.
Or through you to the president. You are answerable to the president. They are pointing. All him. And I get fun and hang out. And I project why you say and hang out. You ready and hang out.
Free as it is.
And if we should do the amount by now, I was saying double track. Yeah. Oh yeah. The government must sit up. Enti aditi wa Ghana for Gina so ya to Obama John Mahama and ma me NDC ni because NDC atare no. The only reason I need to because NDC atare no is to make sure say John Mahama obeti MPP for akronfo atutubotom for balawa maboye for na gum.
MPP for my real man.
Yes. Me bana oni ni je chinye. Me no wonya adwene ba kokura. So pesa wo ka se obi ya kronfo etu di na kokoto a. Ene obi be wiawo oniama wo be mu a. Twen enko for police meeting wonya kronfo. Mayeni na asem wo court. Na court pronounce so wo kronfo as an wache no. That is the logic. Logically, now we're expansion.
Yes.
That is the meaning. Why you call for until some prove on your call for?
Okay.
That is the law. Lawyers always quote one side of the law and think, say, you are not guilty until proven guilty. You are guilty until you defend yourself not to be guilty. Also, that is the law. That is the perspective of the law. And that's how I come for lawyer. Me a quote now say, prove me guilty. Without a lawyer, why do you do defense? Why do you file defense? You file defense to make sure, say, you are not guilty until you are pronounced or until you are guilty.
Yeah.
So there are two sides of the coin at all times. It is only criminals who side with only one side of the coin. Say, the onus lies on government. The onus also lies on the one who is being accused of the crime.
Who can say your Crawford because all fighters are on Magana Hana?
And you know what oh my God, I know you motor for a tata to say beyond the branches.
Okay.
But the only reason why I can for that will be a name so I from four is because my brother no are complicit.
President.
Yes, that is why so be use a for the need John Mahama na much put photo. They are able to even still go attacking John Mahama's personality. Because why would you even want to have that scenario? Play on the minds of the Ghanaians and say everything is rosy. It is not rosy. A crime against humanity.
The pictures are the president John Dramani Mahama,
yes,
the former president, and
yes,
Ghana for being there.
The attack on the personality of John Mahama.
Wow.
Yes, trying to. It's like media may your father for all, and yes, we are in court. When these people have perpetrated crime against humanity,
but also over 200 past officials of the MPP, Yoko and other security agencies are yes,
and Yami. Shesenka abanda da Numi Pano. Senior, the ex-wife John Mahama regime first term, the appointees said that how many times Yoko. How many times are Julius Numamuko Yoko? Now, one finding faults on them. I don't say Enqualada. She says, we'll be any active, we are seeing. They should stop being this childish with us. That you might be Enquala and Enquala Nansa. Enquala Kitty, Umbet me up, so say no. A quite when they was here at the fossil. Attorney General. A dear now no one can say personally what filing or court I would not acquire a extradition. Shabby Bako.
What is extradition process? No more.
Process na OSP na BB and ordinary so say no one can say their way. Same eba can for yata. When any can for yata crown no my way. Why must it wait till now? When you kwala biom, obi anya kwala wo my way. Some person will catch say, yeah, politics, no from union government. LPP and this will come on me who's a one. No from union government, no one jaya how. Here was a family boy upon a young country beam. Yamu, you will near the Akusa Kusanasi near your diet Danyami. That's why I am at first to be beam, not from union government. You wish to accuse only one of. It's getting on our nerves. Time. This is not what they preached before they won power. This is not what they preached. Sir, we are one. And you know, and yes, I nearly lost my life, my precious life. Said me birthday.
Oh wow.
It's my birthday.
Good.
I would have lost my life and then sorry I'm not paying. When you may be seeing it. Adumaku Yamecha Wambi or see the tears here in Pony. Yes. They come in my baby. My daughter, I'm a ready. That is Adumaku Yamecha. And now I'm wanting to, sir. Mobile send your master to the back of phone, and you're not in your two Abamamo. You need some dada. But to put the icing on the cake and beautify the cake, to embellish it, to make it look beautiful in the eyes of the beholder, no. And only say mobile conform the good.
Unu say emre etwem aban hodo etwem na nkrofo we have ska enkosi hwe no. This time under John Dramani Mama second term with the research no still na han nkrofo we ya bobo mudin attorney general apom hontoma e dia ba kire NDC ska say no mafa National Football Faster Company ska say no mafa kanane ofuriata contract ne deals ahodo a kokodu no ho a ska ni nim no abanyi betimi akwawie by 2028 as nkrofo nyina no ye hu se bia ya accountable to this very government ana
hwe any day bia be hu MPP ni se wo sere no osrew o twechew unim dienti a wo twechew na kenesa ka MPP ni now to my way knowing the crimes you have committed, which crimes are numerous crimes. The Biamekesi should be say Ekufodo cannot account for 10% of the monies he accrued between the time 2017 and 2025 January. He cannot account for that. All these monies, they have privatized public funds. No. You can mention anyone's name and I'll tell you their crime.
Wow.
Every one of them committed a crime. Every one of them. From the president to the last person, be a criminal. Yes. The obedience is here. The money just off head. The patrol PDS one PDS one and the and I am Timon, my penny, never catch a say, my penny, your mama. No, to opposition, or catch a say, or buy your PDS, 1 million from a bar because there was a voice recording a better public.
On discuss commission.
Yeah, Bonteku Fado, your friend is saying, Gabriel Sauchedako, and a Yasu Baba, or Mudi, Yan Japadia, Ano.
To be a say,
is it not public? No, yeah, that be your program. Now, NDC 40 years here, endorsing his personality. Yes. Now, so much of African dialogue. We now could be. It's one from no. Yeah, you to say, I soon will look and then since I bread. And since I know bread.
Sesia, young woman, brain to Colonel Fuata. You're releasing on bill. I almost like I'm going to see back. First, Mamma, young cop.
For my penny,
yes.
Mesro. Namia Buma. Wabana. Waba. Okay. According to you, on Tiso.
Okay.
Yes, he should sit on his desk. Now on scanning mine for a while. Meaning say he has capable hands, but a binum etimi here omo de. Appointees no a binum timi here omo de. A binum dwe say John Mahama sore ya na obeye mampani. A binum dwe say position na de ama omo no eye omo no a bona fide property. John Mahama, you have to sit up. Oh, he is one person. He is almost without blemish. But you see, the ultra send him in the church. You say, as some be all right, no nature. Delegation of powers.
Okay.
When you need to me, will be a quotina ministry. Nippon Juma was so yellow. A son say, you are pointing on large and the son who had on Mahama fair. And as I said, we should be mad. He should conduct a reshuffle. A billion trillion there. It's long overdue. Sabi, ensure chat to moi a year. And I'm never say
good.
Sir, I want to make my Lucy.
Okay.
All is not well. Yeah, now the immoral MPP me boy chia na it say yet totokem. Because I had to say Cronford the catcher say we walk Cronford. And I say we be our no say be one nyame. No friend we are seeing. What I say? And the MPP there, They don't have any moral grounds to even ask John Mahama a question. It's yeah, Sebi. Ya buama John Mahama be ya mampanino. Yeah, young Kasa ne was ye ni ku na aban no. Ya admonish na aban no. Say konye say konye. E was ye tete no na eye papa. Na man Ghana ni no ho tono. Okay. Sanya wo sha ase a wo kɔ no ano. Na Ghana fo ye ho toye no. Na o tete nkonfo ni gum. That is the climax. Okay. And yes, sir, we are still laying down there at anti-climax.
Very well. Now the Kenofuriata Asem Naso.
Kenofuriata there. Odiboyeni, your friend is saying, Zacchaeus to Ginny. Ubieni in the bonnet. Zacchaeus says, yes, so did you throw my way, Riesicano. First, Bonia, Franklin Templeton. It is a by way, ya buyer. Or pese o magana fu who say me focus that e was saying by now crown ka investigation ya ready ya see Franklin Templeton bond da okoye no sika say na ye hwe as o my because we made arguments that made a lot of sense when John Mahama was in opposition. Okay. Yes, Obia criticized Franklin Templeton bond da okoje, and because Naminia the cousin Eyeman Penintino, he was still emboldened even when he was committing crimes. Then one year, one for the bank anye. Then no man for Gabia Sautidako law firm anye. I will my room. Then I could sati media true any Luciano or Safo Mafu, any Yonko. Then no man find your man for. Mukwati will be to say Professor Amio Kunfi. Musu Redisika. Abea sky train with this carabua. Yeah. Ne akokra or Kobe say 80 something near Chino. Now a mantia omudi is Canada, Omuda Sunamho. Eti more than more and more than. We get wiser by the day because of this phone. Full way a money party in Phoebe. And no name.
Akobane say the former finance minister.
Can you forget and the bonnie no? You see, you enumerating the me, say, I'm not here. A brew or two. Because he can be only a year. No more could Eddie. Sikabia. To the extent of PDS Yano, or no, I had the final, or you put the final nail in the coffin. He did that. And he certainly general a giant human being. No, started say only OSP no more Kimanswa. I don't get it. I can't get it. I don't mean what expression I should give because it's appearance. We would rather want to fight amongst ourselves than to fight the opponent, the enemy of the state. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. But what Attorney General did the other 2 years ago, I call for you to say the OSP need right so but you see these people we must get them cautioned. They are not lost unto themselves. Now no you could further appoint you Kwampono. Or making sure say Obama your friend say OSP authority. And the laws are there. Yeah, but you don't have to go to law school to understand the law because maybe something I'm say the only thing I should be minded of or about say ignorance of the law is no excuse. So you don't have to be a lawyer to say man call law school to not mean say a crime. It is still a crime when you don't even know. So I read and I understand. It is Attorney General to make a court say onu kwa kwa hwe dentia your friend is saying OSP. No, it is a way I can for your task and not to her. Abu take a nominee where you look for 42 and confront at Bonnie America for their DNA above their deal on my room. You know, where you go that would what you call. No, beat me when we are Moka Bakum, you be on the bag on the heart. Now, what you are quoting Satawale, no, what you are quoting. How does that make sense? Obi a we o masika ene satawala watimi akowia broni car na say obi akowia broni car beto ama no and na say abutire car no na mi baby. How does that make sense?
Into the AG are filing to the Supreme Court or say OSP power to prosecute without Attorney General's authorization unconstitutional.
It is not. Read me ba be chewa there. Hwe eya no mo person mo dey argue di agro. But you see school no ya kono. What we were taught from the very scratch, and they say, it's not just about the reading, but the understanding. Bible swaka will say, getting wisdom is important, but in order get the understanding. Because now we are Attorney General. Now we see what they call to say, I say we're here. I say we're here. Give them authority. You have to just give them the authority. That is all that you have to do. And you are instructed by the Constitution to give them the authority. Yeah, the reports you feel with some minimum dear on a friend said he said that be or more. Say again, no more. Say be nice you. Any of my penny sit up now, make no, and look at me. It's not about Yibakufio. So you can sit them down and tell them that, hey man, I want this direction. And if you don't go this direction, I will sack both of you. That is my penny do one no. You can sit them down and tell them, say, hey, but who said you have conflicted amongst yourself from time immemorial to date? Obia ya dear, OSP ya dear. Ultimately, extradition we are ba ama when you be a what they call extradition. You still have a problem with him. Who would you have file away? Oh, ya me bu afu e wo ni o mabi hu. Enye emwayen. Come on and say, Article 80. Me sorry, kakra. Many hami. Article 88.
Okay,
4. 88.4
of the Constitution.
88.4. All offenses prosecuted in the name of the Republic of Ghana shall at the suit of Attorney General or any other person authorized by him in accordance with the law. Dennis unique right here.
Okay.
Dennis unique me banana. Me banana bako. What you say? When you encourage me, you bua. You encourage me. Sir, you're near doctor. Where are you? Too much. He should let pettiness out of his life. He is too brilliant. This is unambiguous. You don't have to seek any redress from any court to understand this. 88.4. You don't need anything to understand this. He has a problem in his office. And it is Sir Obama or Tiwana, where director of state prosecution, you know. Or when I am the problem. Me so I'm not back home for him to Udopa, Fasa de Bunsunka. And I'm that could not be bam. I don't know Sir Obama, I don't know your problem. I know they here a full time to explain.
Okay.
The problem, I don't know, MPP need bar. Be a cost office will be our bogu. That is Ayeni's problem. It's not about his lack of knowledge. He is too brilliant. To be a doctor of law, you think it's easy? So what PhD in law? His problem, and I'm a catcher, no. Okabu the full so kekero na suma ontie meka amobia na da ko mo de mebro amane. Because office hono MPP for any dia ne o ma to so nyina ne said they packed the office of the Attorney General and Ministry of Justice. To the extent say o ma who say koto
Brenity I dey no see no can na no ko ba ne say permanent residents are working in US e ko be me no wa Ghana isu so
the cancer is subia the backstops with the Attorney General and the President.
Okay,
yes, say California o person o Ghana ha e kwa na mo nam so no e ye ne sire what in the abu take America what in the main of say coffee boat America na ka exchange ya robbery exchange fa kakra be kitwa be kese ayo bone
David
fa California etikuru fa ne bra na no so ma boat e won so mu na mo bone enya pede na so so we pede ni kwa de ehu eti Donald Trump now we go to America court no California was so China na they have so many things to argue out to make sure say it comes our favor. They should stop the conflict. The BIA and say, and then we are say, and then we are say, that BIA no MY. It's immediate. They two my penny for game. Come the Manuesia or my penny. According to the Chasso. And say, you saw clear me why no create deal who see. But you say, let me not sound as though we are Yemi or Nejuma. Hard-working man. I think, say, the job is bigger than him.
Some
looking at the number of crimes the MPP committed in 8 years. Same side. It is our nipa for now. Yeah, I was on my penny appointment.
Yes.
I tell you now, deputies.
Okay. Mate.
Now, deputies never so or the team or day papa. No fan quite no fan coca yen I didn't in the air no almost be a game bonny no would shirts ya for okay I know Ebama Ghana for any hoto so say NDC now a leader one when vayan or my yard dear ama sebi Ghana for Yakuma Eden
very well Listowel Nana Kusipoku executive director of my good governance advocacy group Ghana and our in Ghana and Kasim Isa a communication team member Edema NDC Amanyo Konpeni for me and on Bekaya on a summer hodo and a chegu or my name ya didn't chimu senefata ebesuma Kasim Akwaba na what is saying
what the Adaruma
the Yankopon say Lejo Kuku so to say
Lejo Kuku boko bibia cost fine
okay
in fact ya baako a boabo ya ho for the branch elections organize constituency ni ye
okay
say MC honorable Israel Otwema MP ni ye chairman honorable Set MP honorable Benjamin Ayipunate na honorable Set ni ato secretary Isaac Atipo any executives na and the hardworking ward coordinators of Lejo Kuku me jitum say omu bo ejuma in fact my ward coordinator so ejuma dey meaning prefer say most of the groundwork in the is ward coordinators no omo so
okay
because omo no deal directly with the branches omo no coordinate the branches activities in Yamanema so meaning say ejuma dey is omo so in Lejo Kuku per se no nyamia aboyen ye ward coordinators very very active and very strong and omu bo ejuma pa anti ama sometimes no party organization no enshedanya enyedin my but we be cost of fine
so far NDC 1 year 3 months saying na wangasa wo hwe waban ebetenem 1 year 3 months ni umodem bo no uhuni say
menu abrempon say Ghana for nyina ene wiase nyina beji atum say sabi NDC yenye angels but obibiara not omanyimu ana not omanyinka under NPP beji atum say enye kura no sabi Ghana for ho atom sabi asumdwe wo omanyimu sabi say no edwade for and dream say next week e be $1 no besisa ana ende ana bi anopa e mekoto ade ebedu enwumre ana ade ebechi no price no besisa many business people kasa depend on say be me want there many importers many agents many a lot of business people e di nkomo and what some of them in fact most of them can including omo and omo sponsor MPP for kasa say enye kura no sesi ano omunim say they can project and they can plan ahead. Unlike first now, we planning crowd anything. I mean, no matter Mrs. and a sense so as boom. But as it stands now, on my ninama or minum, I stabilize it. And those are some of the things NDC was promising. It's all about Nebedi, Nebeshe, and Nebenum. So if I bind the Shishayaba, Shishayab, holding the economy. And yes, economy, a dim recart is SNA, under MPP. Make sure say Ghanaians and outside the country, Ejitum say the country is truly in on the right path, and is being managed by the right people. Yeah. Only issue as a government and as a party has nothing to do with how we are governing. The only problem is how we are how to take care of our people and how to take care of our own. I don't believe the only challenge affecting the NDC now. But apart from that,
are the more grassroots no?
Share the minimum say paying for omo famu there, but a binum so and
grassroots for be or one more eddy pressure say
there easy omo kasa pressure let you the pressure because Osha senior voter Yema His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. In fact, as a Greater Accra, we were the second largest. In fact, you increase your vote for both parliamentary and presidential. Therefore, we were of the view say Esisanka party no entry T and ye, but yehuso to be honest with yehuso. So I know.
What are some of the things I now more expect here? Sabri, ebia munhuni ya na monti wo lejokukunti ama sabri has more expectations, no. Me no
can say health insurance office. AC association you need a director, and we have qualified people within the constituency are omitting occupy position. So why? There are a lot of positions appointment are here feel say at least SSA yenya. Because we know what is happening in other constituencies.
Okay.
So say yet me pull vote ma the president ne the MP no. You feel say we need to be taken care of properly. But like I said, some are receiving help, some are receiving other support from outside the constituency. But that is not what we are talking about. As I say, we need our fair share. So, by generally, grassroots, they are complaining. Some of them are complaining about the treatment appointees. They mom, either saw move form course, either saw mukohonma secretaries attitude, either saw mukohonma when him said nipano beba or so bra obebano yes we pay secretary my attitude. It is all over. So apart from that, when we are talking about governance, we are there because MPP cannot match us in anything when we talk of governance of this nation. No. Because so to be matched, and that is why they are all over trying to just get something to tag the president and the government. But it is not working. Because the people of Ghana are seeing and they are comparing notes. They know they felt it under them, and they are feeling it under John Mahama. So definitely, I experience the difference. The average MPP person, only need to know one-on-one. Obekano Cratcher say yes. Send an microphone aircon there, and common on that's what they are. Anka near my because they were behaving to say there is no tomorrow. But John Mahama, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Baye, Nema Atimi Aye Yikakra. Until they will only appeal to appointees. They be American. Ebedu sometimes they say Munda so honeymoon. Munya 1 year, 2 years, we won't come and sit here and appeal to you again. No. Because Sebi. Every time we approach election, general election, appointees who the oti top one keke na obeka say o the t-shirt and say but t-shirt na o dey ban no bisa say when e kochicha ma obi hwan ahye therefore who ti one men there now feel say baby manya me appointment menya kakra bi so me dem betina baby time so am the scar pusher scar no entimi nya adwuma no ana me the t-shirt push entimi nya adwuma no. Take care of the people who were in the trenches. Take care of the people who were in the gutters. Say, campaign 2024 campaign who pa anasa onya appointment. Nobody should tell you that people went the extra mile. A month for our reguye because of the elections. A month for landlords etu more them because of NDC. A month for pamu a month for because a June because of NDC. Look, I'll give you a typical example. One of the branch youth organizers. Your friend Ruben. Dana His Excellency John Dramani Mahama about Shöckïng the 2024 election.
Yes.
This guy your traditional yeswa what Shöckïng. I'm a friend Stacey. One said sampam and a design red black and white black and white. This boy every MPBR time or yes I don't know. Now omo yet say mushi jamani nyama na boy si dinechi. Okoswebi for the program just to make the program lively. Before I make the program, me wa wana no ejuma wo lapam. You be a program na no ba me ho be ka chem say me sure omo ejuma platform so obi sadene nam TikTok ama obi dia koto ho no. Oko ejuma that assignment he's supposed to go to work. Oko aside program no osanko ejuma. Oko do ejuma na supervisor friend ka chem say Uncle Fina, my friend, boy, no shilling a juma, ABC, and give you election. Boy, in them honum, sir, they be a frustration, the Simus. Now say, I'm meeting up Anya baby, and your man, and so,
very well.
Say, Obise, no mammy, and mammy, frefren, mammy, frefren, Budriana, MP, no, and I say, Casa a lot. Yes, inti kakra inti se muso mumwa ebe hadwi.
Okay. Very well. Kasi bien say yen komodi asia. Yen nyina nim say the former finance minister Kenneth Nanaya Kuntunkunu Furata na I said detaining no because reports about and say ne visa ekutana na che say yen fanantina or na obetimi de atena US no na ewu asabe na only visa obetimi de natena kromo and no detaining na Ghana for P na hwanim say wo man yetu anamo say wo mo the extradition process etimi akopiem e wa America say wo mo hia Kenneth Nanaya Furiata efiso no na no ye foto samfo anda na nadan kwakufu ado ene Alhaji Mahmudu Bawumia amembo no sika bi anko ye nti onfa na mra na Ghana for bebre na hwe ne say the medical kan senka wo free eye eye detention center na nkobebe fie but amanisa me no ka say the US court no amama Kenofurata bail asabi wakose almost 27th of April one sign emfa emra ohwe said the niema ekonwa any said the US for a treaty asemia only say Kenofurata obetimi abafie na akontebu Ghana for hwenim say anka womra no mamebu no etimi abaso sana
yo minu amedase Kenofurata case say a good time say a foreign affairs minister honorable Kudeto Ablakwa say no on attorney general no nya ba ko no monye adwuma no I know what he can do in terms of diplomacy how he handles issues as I say offer assembly on attorney general for assembly na emma US embassy enti asese say omo itimi ama Kenofurata ama they are claiming say omo a democratic nation and omo a civilized country and they believe in accountability. No appointee will do the kind of things Kenofurata did in this country.
Yeah, nim said the work at the Kenofurata ya one nam hono on the omoni delay kwanya wafaso atene krom ho oni visa ana say kwan say wotene because visa
me ne onyina ye hu how other Ghanaians are always being deported because of documents. Problems no and soon near Kenofurata iron wa overstay. Send ne krata or the thing on Ukrano and yen krata SS on Fantinao. But because it is Kenofurata and because of the nature of the case, and a lawyer wakofa. In fact, wababe 7 years. Una say na yentuawoka yate. Una say na data bank ra na unyahwe wo honum yate. But wait man yesika akofa lawyer sebi America for krampo nya case they can't even hide that. They can't afford that to hire that man as a lawyer. Obia na ojuma wo ye for 8 years so ya ntuawoka. At the same time we see the data bank na ye wodia no say na benefit anything from it. So ena waiting man yesika e dey hire somebody a lawyer like that. Ena nipa no so because of or a lawyer paying you, he is trying to make issue no in a way say nebe ya at the end of the day obe seek asylum. Ena make how na make say baby adeni kono it is going there say one sha obeka say o seek asylum. And America say, as I say, the foreign affairs minister, any attorney general, now they have to team up and let America know. So more interest for Ghana. Abu trip omutim dinako.
No, I think that's issue. They go show more.
Yes, almost more interest wa. And then Iyoko should also be put in this picture. Say, look, someone cooperating ama Kenofurata amba will also not cooperate with you on some of these things because Ghana need to have say. I'm not condoning crime. Ghana neti has na say obroni wa bontin abroche na so we use na adwin ja beating na genesika na say fine boni mo chesi ni aba ye nyina ye ni mo aye I mean ye ni mo adin kita ho ye say be boa mo aba ye de ni nyina amamu Ghana for kwa biaka stolen cars mi ba Ghana ni nyina mo trace ba ye chichi cars na ye de mamu mo de ko. Why is it that yen our own national wa boy nkro who finance minister Waboy Chrono he's a criminal. Waboy Chrono National Cathedral kwa kekeno any small issue. The consolidated fund was just now omudo say bom keke finance ministry bisika keke anyhow SML ni we niema omode osafumafo crow issue $1 million bi omode tu ama ken osafumafo a lot that MPP American government would never condone this in America. It is so there is anima we nyina na say ye nipa na dwade aba be hye mu ho no ma na say the osiki asylum something should tell you that no this guy is running away from justice. And is running away from accountability. And you people are there. The person is now dwelling on technicalities. And all the chuchu and some no equity. And they say what you say. Now most man say.
What Ghana hakrano? I say meet me ba. Court, you must have evidence to prove beyond every reasonable doubt. Wasem enti kwanya court be faso di na asem de court ni nhye ya waye me ba cho de make an say what you say bia ebe call ebe che anase because say when timi anya those evidence na we ko bi so tumu a eno so won consequences
extradition yes mfa nipa no breye
then waye
Attorney General ayen bibia wa kan bibia sai deputy attorney general no the extradition processes ni na omaye bibia de amam. The only thing is court maintenance no nya there no nti asem no on fa nipa no brɛ. But it is always like this, like that. In the way a court system look so court per se won't be in a morning up to now. In fact, why not the gas say or pre-national chairman.
There be now 7 days of court.
Yes, over court. And American it is also bad. You also be in court. You can have so Chinebechu, you be more bail. You say more bail. Over court, about court. So why is want to be still and others they are here, they are being taken through the processes. Also, bra, now for the same process. Oh, they also won't tell us, oh, they are percent won't know. Now, when and away and new Wokrama MPP for. That's what I'm saying, sir. Oh, yeah, MPP ni. Now say, oh, so, oh, yeah, MPP. Sebi. What Jimmy? Look, why say, oh, be a yen, Yamane Juma ye, Abai Sika. Wabe serve the longest serving finance minister. Wabe serve you wabe course fan wabe tisukra no say no. Who say niama therefore they should kick you out. Who offer and now who nya be man na be president is also there be ojawu shehonum sa kosita monanga sape. Wabe free pe na wo tu kwan say wo ko America ko sa ho yare. Waka akoka honum. Afebra na be bunkunta. Udi ye sika na wo wiano udi size ye sika na ngasa de esa de ye twema so what be that now what about na MPP what about trans say Ghana for some more another chance in 2028 now mo bo man we are you a serious person
Bapim Sabra
asem buy
Bapim Sabra me no de ka say court bi ni ho a waka say konofureta area Ghana sika
okay
your friend is saying Najuma any abon charges.
Yes. On any 7 others.
Yes. Until ultimately say we are Ghana sika as we are speaking now.
Minia.
Yes.
We are brain. That is good. That we are bra. Me same fine. Come and then you have the in fact lawyer Nina Winyan American. You can still bring him here. To come and be your counsel. So what is nobody can force you that way we are. Evidence and a better. As I will buy the scene, what is said Nana Akufo-Addo Wakasa? What is said about Miaka Sound? They will never talk MPP Penifonian. What is Obiaka said? No, Kanufurata, whatever it is, you come. NDC there, anytime you're free, finance minister is always in the country till the next election. So we just say who the best say intibra. What is all this is the reason why MPP must Ghanaians must punish MPP people for the next 40 years because in fact it's an insult to the ordinary Ghanaians. Say what about the MPP per se omufa nyansa kwa bi so emfa ntitiro man. Look, they are taking us on a path that is so dangerous. Or tenanko, they are not telling us say MPP NDC ebe free abemu in the next 40 years. That's a finance minister or tisuno ye to abewe ya pa also oko America. Oh friend so me bunkunta obeka cho say where do you think
almost set a bad
precedent and people within the MPP must look into their faces and tell them say no Kenofurata you alone cannot destroy our party because it is going in your records as a party and yes say Yabeka say it is not by the name but it will go in the record say it is MPP it is only MPP party and I will be serve as finance minister it is another thing say o mining nyahwe enfrel say brabe bunkunta then we took on but this is a case where o man say no wa ba be say niama ana wa ba niama say no Ghana una na otie sika so so if we are kunta then what are we doing? So the NDC government is also I don't know, let's do everything possible. Sikana ye can second Friday the need bar a bit my baby but yet and I hear the America for so wine and I'm saying until say America for agree on Kenufurata many president anka Poku sa investigations of mu year was stolen cars on about 3 can send your money momu manunko. The guy should also remain in Ghana. Because sometimes ya say oh the be America person Phyllis or no nyati see obi. No, at least ya mamu boat munya manyama nyina mo abechicho mu de ko. Bipa baako na ono we die wu a ono akokko show no de mo de kwani for what? I am saying say the president or the attorney general and the foreign affairs minister must come together. They should go and tell the American ambassador and say, look, enough is enough. We are all sister nations. Saying na ye jumabum ye buya ho. We are allies.
Yes.
Ye buya ho mutino say bibini na say mu se mu hia ye de mamu. Yen so ye hia simisi so man fa na amaya henceforth we no longer cooperate with you because yen timi chichi yen crofo no mamu mfa mu nko na mo aja ka no furata na otu wonu no no bom edi yen sika nsa na ye twi man so
akoba ni sa pressure si nyina echi still can for that NDC for then am be ye because for hwenim so betin aba
wamba on hye ho manim ba kra biom wamba on hye ho ba ye be ma Ghana for ati say the only party awaba yen sika nyina nipa na oda no on the book wadwana kwashon and that same party ba be catch and say yensen to abaman no some former different finance minister ono so sa wiaskari be ma time so penu asan dwane
ekoba ne sa sika yesusu ana the attorney general abeda di ache Ghana for nyina say sa charges here the about Kenneth na ya kuntunkunu ofuriata the former finance minister say sika ni ana say japade ni nyema nyina say Ghana hwere no
say asem the cost of Ghana o SAS other 7 people no there omomu there ebe cost yes ebe cost into no cost you can be tried in absentia.
Okay,
I think it is part of it. They are doing that is what they are doing. Into omu na say ban say odifa you can be there. But with data bank ne machines na we sisi wo yi chebi nyama nyina abanu beje.
Okay, me that say kasi ni say communication team member the mama NDC amanyoko no. Mama
Dedi kama na PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.